Hi, everybody, and we are here live for a Light the Torch event. Another set of amazing authors. They have put their love, sweat, and tears into this book. Literally, this has been a project that is very near and dear to their hearts. So I'm excited to introduce them to you and bring this book to life. So the book is called Garden to Kitchen Planner by Ines and Eric. And thank you for sharing us, Eric and Ines. They are. You guys are up in Canada, correct?
That's right.
Yep. So is it freezing up there right now? Or are you having a nice day?
It is. It's -7 and it's snowing.
Knowing
It's
that's pretty
beautiful.
nice.
Yeah.
So I love that you wrote this book all about, how you can do this, how you can create your own garden and bring it to your kitchen. And so many people question, how can I do this? And I love the fact that you're in Canada. And so you have to navigate the fact that there is times of the year that you have to still do this with snow, snow outside. So let us know the tricks of the trade and the secrets and why you decided to share your knowledge with the world.
Um, I'm gonna let you have that.
I'm gonna have a
Yeah,
minute.
I'm gonna
Okay.
let you have that one. She's very much the plant person. So I'm gonna let her have the
Yeah.
plant question.
Okay.
I think that's really how it started. So like our experience was only gardening like in Germany and in Ireland, and then we moved to Canada, and it was kind of a new field. Even though afterwards, we found out that the climatic condition here are similar to where I grew up in the mountains in Germany. So we found a lot of parallels.
Mm.
And initially, I think we started it because we were looking for a planner that we wanted to use in our gardening journey. And there was just not the planner out there that we were looking for with all the features where you could like make notes and sketches and track your like from seed to harvest, basically, to figure out what works, what doesn't work, what to change. And I think that's how it all began, really.
Yeah, so we actually created a planner on our own before, and so from there we just decided, we didn't really have what we needed in our area. We couldn't find anything tailored to our growing conditions, and so
We made this on our own. That's actually the one we made last year.
Yeah.
That's local,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you take it literally from seed to harvest, like you said, so people can understand, how do I even get started? And that's kind of the hard part, is like, for me, even, I mean, I'm in Florida, we can garden here year round, but I just don't even know how to start. Right. And then how, like you said, how do I even move forward, and what am I supposed to be looking for? I don't know. So is this a good planner for people that are starting out, or do you think more the seasoned gardener?
No, to start out, definitely.
to start out, I would say it helps for everybody, even just to keep track. Even if you are a seasoned gardener and you have 40 years of experience, it's a great book to keep notes, keep track of your experiments, what worked, what didn't work, where you kept your plants one year so you could do your crop rotations. And so for us, well, I guess the journey all started with Gardenary with Enos. She found Gardenary, and so they teach you basically how to create your own kitchen garden business. And so we took the basis from them, and we rolled with it and adapted it to our climatic conditions here in Canada.
Yeah. That's so crazy. So, and lots of people, I mean, the price of groceries isn't going down, right? It's going up. And then there's the whole question on the quality, right, of what you're getting. And then, we all want to buy organic because we think it's organic or we think it's good. But I even have friends here that have organic farms, and I know some of the struggles they have, even being able to put the label of organic on their box and trying to keep it there. So this allows you to introduce the fact of, I know exactly what's happened to this food from beginning to end, right?
That's the point.
That's exactly it. Yeah, that's one of the big things too for us. Like, as soon as we had kids, we were rethinking everything, and the more we learn, and we just dove into like soil health, And
Yeah.
like it's a huge topic, and yeah, it's just really important to make a mind change basically.
Yeah, soil health is big, and it's something you don't commonly think of unless you've ever been in gardening or farming.
Yeah.
But like I said, I know even some people that have, like you were saying too, Eric, about rotating the crops, like not even understanding how to keep the nutrient of the soil, and then also not compromising it and making sure it's not already compromised by whatever was there before, so lots of things to think about. But so I'm so grateful for this book. I'm definitely going to get a copy because I really do have a whole part of my yard I could do something with, but I never know what to do.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, also the integrated pest management is a big issue too, because you
Yeah.
want to keep those beneficial insects in there, but you want to keep the harmful ones out. But you also you need the birds need to eat, and the microbes in the soil need to work, and everything needs to. It's an ecosystem.
Yeah.
So
It's probably going to be our next book.
yeah.
oh yeah, there you go. The ecosystem of gardening.
But yeah, I think the trick really to get started is to understand the seasons and what plants to grow at what time, because I think that's the crucial point where lots of beginners or even seasoned gardeners fail, because they try to grow like lettuce in the heat of summer. It's just not going to work, because that's the wrong choice, or at least the wrong variety. There are like warm season lettuces, but I think it all starts there, to understand nature. And there are plants for every time of the year, and once you get that and then you plan your garden, it's like really half the trick.
Yeah.
And the rest is soil.
That's really what we made the heart of our book about. So we really wanted to explain to people and just have people acknowledge that you can interchange your crops as the seasons go, and you can plant things that work with each other and beneficial to each other, like plants that will give the soil nitrogen, and then the next series of plants will absorb that nitrogen and things like that. But that's a deeper topic, but we wanted to break it down, so we made a garden wheel.
Yeah, we have the prototype here.
Nice.
And it's in the book. It is a cutout, so everybody can assemble it, and it just helps you based on your local frost dates to find out when to plant what. And there are according pages in the book. The pages, you will figure out what page you have to look for with the wheel, and it kind of helps you planning your gardening year.
No, I love that it's interactive like that, and you thought about how can I personalize this for each person.
Eric's idea.
I had the first idea of the seasonal wheel, but Ines really, through what she learned in Gardenary, she really refined it. She said, "Okay, let's base it off of frost dates." And I was like, "That's genius, actually." And then we started looking online and everything for something similar. We couldn't find anything that's like really kind of based off of your frost dates and when you need to plant, when you can sow, when you can
there are gardening wheels out there, but they are like very local. I found that was and we wanted to make it more generic, and at least it works for the temperate climate zone. I mean, if you live in the tropics, it's not. That's not what it's
really
meant
work for you. Yeah.
But as long as you have frost, this is going to work.
Yeah. Well, I like that. Like you said, not really generic, but that it's adaptable, right? You know, it's adaptable to where you're at, so you can utilize it appropriately for success. And that's really what this is designed to do, is give the average person a chance at success at having a garden that they so desperately want.
Yeah.
And then also for those of you like, well, am I doing this right? Or am I not doing this right? I mean, their contact information will be in the book. They don't mind you reaching out and asking questions. They're really, truly doing this because they want other people to have the experience that they've had of being able to successfully garden to help supplement or support, their family's food and provide, solid quality food for their family, their children, and know what's gone into it. Because I know that is a huge question for a lot of us, and we really want to know. We want to be able to do the right things and make the right choices, but we're just, a lot of us don't have the background or haven't taken the time. So thank you for doing the research for us so that it makes it a little easier. I appreciate it. Thank you for being the guinea pigs.
It's nothing when you get into it. It's, it's fun. It's something you do in bed at night. You go to bed and you pick up a book and just read a couple pages.
Yeah. And it's fun. And,
yeah. I love it. Thank you so much for bringing this book to life. What is, in your words, what was your big driving factor for wanting to make this available to everyone?
Do you want to answer? Shall I start?
I mean, you could start because our reasonings are a little bit different. You want to start or ladies first?
Ladies first.
Yeah.
I think it started with, when we started the business, we wanted to offer a whole package. So not only building and installing a beautiful raised bed kitchen garden, but also like giving the people the knowledge to plant and maintain it. And we offer services that we create planting plans and plant it for them, and even do coaching if necessary, or the client would like to. But we would like to get people to do it themselves eventually. And we were thinking of a way how to do that. And kind of like the book was kind of like
it's basically a guide.
Something we can just hand out. No?
For myself, it's a little bit different, actually. I had a really big accident, a construction accident in Ireland, and it changed a lot. I broke my neck, and I have facial reconstruction surgery, all that stuff. But for me, it impacted me mentally mostly, in the fact that in the beginning I couldn't do what I was able to do, and actually Ines is the one. She's like, let's get a garden in Germany, and you could do little tasks and stuff like that in the garden. And I was amazed. I found a physiotherapist there, and he met us in the garden and actually worked with me. And from there, it's more the psychological aspects. And for me, I think being around green and now taking therapeutic horticulture, I think everybody should be around plants, really. Everybody needs a little bit of green.
Well, and even, when you are down or blue or life has changed, and you can't control necessarily that, right? But you can control creating this life that's growing, and, you're part of it. And so it definitely can be therapeutic in that way. And I know some people love gardening as therapy. They considered it their therapy. So I think both points are very valid, even though they're different. It shows the different walks of how this book can be used, and the whole idea of gardening can be used in different formats and for different purposes. So again, thank you so much. For those of you that are listening or watching the replay, you definitely can go get this book now on Amazon. And the actual paperback will be available in just a few short weeks. So if you want to jump on and get the ebook and start looking through of all the possibilities of what you're going to be getting, and then get that paperback so you can cut out that wheel and get to planning your garden.
I believe it's a hardcover, though. Is it hardcover? I think it's a hardcover.
Okay, so the hardcover is coming out. Nice.
Wanted to make sure everyone could write in it. So
yeah, well, great point. So the hardcover is coming out in just a couple of weeks. So thank you, Eric and Ines, for joining me. Thank you for bringing this as a possibility, because I'm definitely excited about it. And I know I have a cousin that moved up to Georgia, and she's in northern Georgia. They've been doing gardens now for a couple of years, and she's always posting her, thriving crops and her failures. So I'm going to be getting her a copy so she can, because she does get frustrated like me. Yeah. She can use it to help her out. So even if it's not something you think of, you might be able to help someone else that is an active gardener that is looking to be successful at it. So thank you again for joining us. Please go get a copy of their book, and it's going to change your life and the way you look at gardening. All right, Eric and I look forward to talking to you again soon when we do our author celebration and see all the success of this upcoming book, as well as our panel discussion for this book over the next couple weeks. So you'll be seeing these beautiful faces again. Thank you and have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.